Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a RAM and a hard disk. So this is my laptop. So I'm going to upgrade this. So the reason why I'm upgrading because I'm experiencing lagging while opening some apps, especially Photoshop and video editing applications. So I decided to upgrade my RAM and my hard disk. So I'm going to replace my RAM. So my RAM is located in here. So my RAM is on 4 gigabytes of size and my hard disk is on 1 terabyte of size. So I'm going to replace my RAM into a 8 gigabytes of size and my hard disk into a SSD type disk. So this is the 8 gig size RAM, and this costs around 2,000 plus. So it is a crucial brand. So there are so many brands of RAM. It's up to you which brand of RAM you want to use. So I'm using a crucial brand of RAM, and this is an 8 gig size DDR4, and this is the hard disk that I'm going to replace on my 1 terabyte of RAM. So this hard disk is a solid state drive type of disk, and it's way more lighter comparing to the HDD disk. So this is the HDD disk. So it's way more heavier, but the difference between HDD and SSD, so SSD is way more faster in saving or storing a data on your disk because it uses integrated circuits, while HDD, it uses a spinning disk that stores data magnetically. So inside this disk, it has a spinning disk. So that's the reason also why it's more heavier than the SSD. By the way, SSD stands for solid dash state drive, and HDD stands for hard disk drive. And one more thing, SSD is more pricey than HDD. So this HDD is a 1 terabyte of size, but the price of this HDD is around only 3,000 plus. Then the size of this SSD is 240 gigs. The price for this 240 gig SSD is around 2,000 plus. So if you can notice, why is it SSD is way more pricey than HDD? Because SSD uses an integrated circuit. That's the reason why it is pricey, unlike the HDD. If you compare with the performance, it's more preferable that you use SSD, so to avoid lagging on your computer rather than HDD. So now I'm going to show you how to replace the RAM and the hard disk of my computer. So since this HDD is not damaged, I only just want to replace it because I'm experiencing a lag on my computer. So I bought a enclosure. So this is an enclosure or a container for your hard disk. So this hard disk will be used as an external hard disk, and I can just simply bought it anywhere where I want it. So just put it put this hard disk inside an enclosure, but I still have to test it if it's working or not. So I have to be careful not to drop my hard disk, because if I'll drop it, it means it's the end of your disk. So you need to be very very careful of your devices or hardware devices. Okay, let's close this up. Okay, so I will test this later after I put the uh, put the hard disk or the solid state drive and replace the RAM of my laptop. So the solid state drive has been attached. Now let's move to replacing the RAM of my laptop. So this is the RAM. So this is a 4 gig size of RAM. So in laptop you need to stretch this out, so it will pop out the RAM. This is a 4 gig size RAM. Then I'm going to replace it with an 8 gig size of RAM. Oops. Okay. Then just press it down carefully, and when you hear a click, it means it's already placed. Then let's put back this cover. Now if you take a look here, so this is the CPU. I'm going to replace this gray substance here. So this gray substance here is a thermal paste. So the thermal paste is used to improve the heat between the different components. So this here is a heat absorber of your CPU, because if your CPU will experience so much heat, it will cause your computer to shut down and your CPU will most likely get damaged. So it's really important to have a thermal paste on your exhaust heat sink and your CPU. So I'm going to replace this uh, thermal paste. So by the way, I'm using a tissue in removing the thermal paste. You can use a clean cloth, but don't wet the cloth or the tissue. Just be careful when cleaning, not too hard when pressing, because it might damage your CPU. So just gentle. So now the old thermal paste has been removed. So let's apply a new one. So this thermal paste, so it's like a substance. You can take a look, it's color gray. So, so this thermal paste is color white, but the usual color of the thermal paste is color gray. We'll put it all what's inside of this. Let's put it back. So we need to be very careful with this. Okay, thermal paste is already applied. So that's it. So that's how you replace a RAM and hard disk or solid state drive on your laptop. But before I can finally say that the replacement is a successful, I need to check it by turning it on. Uh, if my laptop won't recognize the hard disk, and it means that the hard disk or the SSD is damaged. So the moment of truth. Let's open it up and let's wait if this if the replacement is a success. So I'm going to insert inbootable device. So I'm going to try formatting the disk. So let's hope that it will read the disk or the flash drive. Okay, so it was able to read the flash drive. So let's start formatting. The solid state disk or drive uh, is not defective because it was detected. So the so what I did wrong is I forgot that after inserting a new drive on your computer, you need to format it so that you're going to install the operating system on that drive so that it will boot or it will allow you to enter the desktop on your computer. So that's it. So after format this or install the operating system on this drive, so it means that the the drive or the solid state drive is a good. So that's it. So let's check the RAM if it's detected the 8 gig RAM. So let's go to here so you can find the. So let's check the properties of this. Right click, then properties. So here, so the RAM has been detected and it's all 8 gig of size. So it's a success. So so the replacement of the RAM and the drive is a success. So that's all. Thank you for watching.